All right. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Pretty good? Nobody killed anyone yet, right? Nobody killed anybody?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's a
Night's
good
young.
answer. Well, I do look at a lawyer if you do decide to kill someone. Because really killing people can be the easiest way out if someone's giving you shit, right? I mean, it can be, then they're gone. Then they're gone, then you no longer have to deal with them. And everything really is a relief from something, right? I mean, if you get fired from a job, I mean, it is hard. You know, you don't know how you're going to pay your rent, but at least you no longer have to worry about impressing that difficult boss. If you get sent to jail, you no longer have to worry about getting caught. What was I going to say? Okay, that was totally unplanned, but it seemed like a cool thing. That was totally unplanned. I might have unplanned jokes. Luckily, I've never had an unplanned pregnancy. But I do have an ex who would probably make the worst father. His main claim to fame is that he had never had a job until he was 40, but he still managed to live in like the best places, get a house in the Hamptons. He still managed to go out to nice restaurants, hang out with movie stars, and his main trick is that he basically gets women to pay for him or do things for him. So he gets a combination of his sugar mamas and he also gets his bitches. So if both of them quit, he's really in trouble. What was I going to say about him? Yeah, and the thing is, he's also just not even really good at sex. He doesn't even really do that well.
I want to meet this guy.
He doesn't even do that well. And do you want to meet him? I have his number. But if you make a lot of money, he'll be game to hook up with you. He doesn't even care if the woman's not. Even if the woman isn't good looking, even if the woman is not a good looking woman and she's not that funny or helpful, if she is your husband? My husband! But you can have him on the side. Because one of his sugar mamas, his main sugar mama is married.
Oh, nice.
And her husband, I think he kind of knows. I think he's actually gay. And he married her for a green card, and he kind of knows that she's got like different boyfriends, but what does he care if he's gay? He doesn't care. He doesn't want her unhappy, right? So they're together, and you know, the real trick that he has is that he pretends to really give a shit about women's feelings. And he's like, oh, I hear you. Yeah, that must be really hard. That must be really hard. I understand. Believe me, I understand. You women get it, right? When you love it? When you like, oh, but my friend, and she said this, and this happened, and the cop pulled me over, and your husband's like, can you turn on the football already? Can you turn on the football already? What's for dinner? What's for dinner? You guys get it. But if a guy said, I understand, guys, that's the best way. I understand. I understand, Esther. I totally understand. If a guy says that, that's his trick. That's how he gets women to do whatever he wants. He gets women to do his laundry, do massages for him. He even gets women to lie for him. He gets women to do his emails, do his job applications. Wow. He gets everything. And I'm telling you, that's all he really does. To say, well, I understand, Esther. I understand. He even had a woman who was like, you know, totally insane, and he understood all her problems. I understand why you have to do all these drugs. I understand, Michelle, why you have to do all these drugs, Michelle, and why you at one time wanted to kill yourself. I understand. I understand, Michelle, that you feel ugly all the time. She was eating him up, man. She like bought him suits. She bought him a car, this woman. Wow. And that's all he said. Now he's living with his mother because both his sugar mama and his bitch quit. So now he is living with his mother, and I guess he is somehow serving his mother and telling his mother, I understand, Mom. I understand that you can't remember where anything is, Mom. I understand about your hot flashes and your lips. Yes, Mom, I totally understand. Oh, Mom, yes, I understand how fucked you are and that you don't want to exercise at all. Yes, I understand, Mom. So here's, you know, a challenge. I don't see him getting married anytime soon, though, because he just likes to party too much. And what's he gonna do with a baby, right? Hand the baby over and be like, now, can you take the baby? I'm going to the nightclub now. Can you put this to bed? I had a kind of psycho roommate because we're all, you know, life is expensive in New York, right? Who's struggling? Anybody struggling, or are we all rich as fuck out here? We're all struggling. It's hard. Rent averages now at around $4,000 a month for a 1-bedroom in New York City. Probably less out here, hopefully. So I was desperate to like live in Brooklyn, and I saw an ad for like $400 a month. So I'm like, pretty good. 1,000, 400. Cut the rent by a 10th. Yeah, that's the AP calculus talking that I had to figure that out. And his name was the Birdman. I should have known he would be a difficult roommate.
Not this guy. You slumlord, you slumlord.
So he was the Birdman.
I thought you wouldn't recognize me.
He was my roommate. No, the reason.
You thought he was safe and he smelled like.
The reason he calls himself the Birdman, and I should have known he would be trouble, is because he said, now there's 2 bedrooms here, and I sleep in the living room, and one of the bedrooms is for my birds. And he had no friends, so he had to talk to his birds. He got kicked out of a bereavement support group. So you had to know he had to say something. But he has a girlfriend, and I don't have a boyfriend. He had to play the TVs in all rooms. So if there's a Pirates game and the Pittsburgh Pirates were the only thing he likes for whatever reason, maybe he fancies himself to be a pirate. He had to play the TV with the same thing in all rooms, even in my room. Doesn't matter if I want to watch the Pirates or not. The Pirates game still has to be playing. Anyway, so he was a bit of a whack job, but he actually thought I avoided him at all costs, and he thought I was the best roommate ever and that I was so nice to him. In fact, he just friended me on Facebook. And I told my friends all about this, and they suggested that I move back in with him and make a reality show of this.
Ooh, that's great.
Anyways, guys, that's my bit. Thanks so much.